We give homage to the Creator, who is like our Father and who is like our Mother, who is everything that we can perceive and everything that we cannot perceive, who is everything but yet is no thing, who comes to us in the form of the Neteru Ra, who is the light of the heavens, light of the inner planes, as well as the light of our lives, who shines as a light for us on the path of Ma'ati, which is the path of truth, justice, righteousness, and harmonious balance, who comes to us in the form of the light of vitality, giving us the strength and the endurance to live and act upon that which we know to be true. Homage to you, the one who shines in and through us as a beacon of light for those who are blind to the facts of their place, their position, and their responsibility in the divine scheme of things. May we be Ma'akaru, true of thought, word, and deed to our highest reality, and in the moments of crisis in the dark night of the soul, when it appears that everyone and everything else has let us down, so it is and so shall it be. Everyone say, Amen Ma'at.
Amen Ma'at.
Ma'akiru.
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 Ma'akiru. Ma'akiru.
Ma'akiru. Ma'akiru.
Okay, have a seat.
Today's lesson is revolutions to resolutions. Now, what I'm going to read to you is from the book of Kheper. Another heart might bend or break, but a strong heart in the midst of difficulties is an ally to its own owner. Do I?
Do I?
Let's go through it again. Another heart may bend or break, but a strong heart in the midst of difficulties is an ally to its owner. According to what's going on with the economy and the society now, who believes that we're living in difficult times? Raise your hand. Y'all scared. You say it's bad out there. But remember last week I said we live in auspicious times. Am I contradicting that? Or am I contrasting it? Is it two sides of the same coin? I say we live in auspicious times because some people say we live in tumultuous times. Some people use the word chaotic. Chaos is the lack of order. Or is it the lack of order? Or is it the lack of perceived order? Or is it the lack of order or another order not readily perceived by most? They say chaos precedes order, but chaos, yes, it precedes new order, but it also represents the end of an old order. So you have chaos that represents the lack of order, but there's an acronym for chaos also, and that's KOS. Anybody knows what that means? KOS, the acronym for what?
Knowledge of self.
Knowledge of self. So in the chaos and during the chaos, do you have chaos? Knowledge of self, the true self. And with that knowledge, are you true to yourself? Not the lower self, the skin, the melanated self. That's the lower self. That gets you caught up into your history. You get caught up into your nationalism, and that's good. That's a sidebar. It's an interesting sidebar. It's a relevant sidebar. But we're talking about your personal history also, how you live, how you act, how you react, how you handle crisis, how you fail to handle crisis. That's also your history also. That's called your personal history. Now today I declare that we have to transcend the old concept of the body being the self. In order to do that, we have to investigate metalinguistics. Because we get into metaphysics. Metaphysics is a Greek word, meta meaning beyond, and physics means physical, beyond the physical plane. We're all spiritual people in here, right? We deal with spiritual ideas, right? So we have to go beyond the physical. So the only way we can begin to address ideas that's beyond the physical is to use metalinguistics. Linguistics is the use of language. We have to go beyond the normal use of language. Y'all follow? So metalinguistics is how we invert normal words that we use in our vocabulary that can't properly express, like the brother said, our African ideas or African concepts. The English language is just is far too limited for us to do that, to do justice to our own concepts. So metalinguistics, we take the word transcend. Like I saw in a movie called The Love Guru, he said it's like electric company. Transcend, trans-end, transcend. So you have the word trans means to move. But trance also is a preliminary altered state of consciousness in trance, right? Then you have end, which means to stop or complete. So we must put an end and stop, must put an end to the old consciousness of the body being the self, the old level of trance consciousness. We must move on, transcend that. Understand everybody heard the universe is infinite, right? Okay, there is no up, there is no down, there is no right, there is no left. So if I move 2 steps to my left, I'm no closer to the edge of the universe than I was before. If I move with 2 steps forward, I'm still at the center of the universe, you understand? So when we use words like transcend and higher conscience, that's all relevant to us. That's how we learn to contrast one idea from the next. There's no up and no down. So we could take the word transcend and invert it. Take the D off of transcend and invert it around and it becomes in trance. So how do we, I said we transcend the body. So now how do we entrance the body? Through sitting still and meditating and allowing yourself to go in trance. An altered state of consciousness. It's interesting, y'all heard of chakras, right? In the Hindu, psycho-spiritual things on your psycho-spiritual anatomy. The word chakra means will, but it's really talking about a vortex of energy. And it's not in your body, it exists outside your body, and it helps you process cosmic energy. Now, the Kemetic word for chakra is arit. Can y'all say that? Arit. Arit means doorway, entrance. Its entrance is into the body. Now, the only way to validate a chakra or arit is to go into trance, to meditate. Even the Bible says the Creator said, be still and know that I am your Creator. So if you want to know if chakra is real, you have to learn how to go in trance. And the only way to investigate and manipulate that energy, you have to go in trance. As you go in trance, it allows you to move trance in the body. Because as above, so below. Within as without. You go inside your body, you got astronauts, then you got astronauts inside your body. So back to the question, in the chaos, during the chaos, do you have chaos, knowledge of self, the true knowledge of self?